Hi, Sarah Pacaro, rapid transformational therapist and hypnotherapist. Just wanted to share with you the good about bad relationships. There actually is a lot of good in them, and we're going to go over that today. It kind of sucks because bad relationship means bad, but how can you take the learnings from that bad relationship and improve and better and empower your life and yourself? Well, bad relationships are very good at telling you and showing you lots of interesting things about yourself. It's like looking in a mirror. I remember that point when my eyes were so swollen and sealed shut from crying together. It looked like my eyes were lips. My eyelids were so puffy from crying and crying and crying from that bad relationship. I remember many, many days, mornings and nights, waking up looking like that and not even leaving the house to go get things I needed at the grocery store because of the embarrassment from the impact of that bad relationship. But they tell you things about yourself, about what you will tolerate, about what you won't tolerate. You feel that sorrow, that confusion, that heaviness, that angst within you that brings up things that need to be identified, clarified, things that you need for yourself, things that you need to feel safety, things that you need to feel connected, things that you need to feel stable in your life. Bad relationships that lack empathy, especially those that are extremely toxic, help you identify what is important to you in a relationship, the qualities, the characteristics. They can help you identify the shadows and dark places within yourself that lurk within you, that are connected to your past, and parts of yourselves within you that are keeping those relationships alive. So bad relationships are actually quite good if you use them for good. It's all about the choice, the actions that you take in your life to move forward. They help you decide what you don't want in a relationship, what you will not tolerate. They help you see those red flags and say, yeah, never again. This happened last time, and because I didn't listen to that intuition and I dismissed that red flag, this happened. The second you see that again in another new relationship, you now have that learning and that knowledge to stop, because red means stop. It does not mean go. Bad relationships will continue. This is important to occur. They will reoccur. Re means again. They will reoccur until you understand the patterns within you that are keeping them alive instead of dead. So know that. That was the hardest thing for me to learn in these bad relationships, is that I had a part in it, and they were continuing to occur and reoccurring in my life because I was keeping them alive. I was allowing it. I was letting it. That was connected to these inner beliefs that I had about myself. So that's what bad relationships teach you. To look in the mirror and see that there's something within you that's keeping these relationships alive. Bad relationships will often start off very intensely. That love bombing stage is intense, and it's intense for a reason. It's intense on purpose because it is designed to flood your body, like literally, biologically, chemically, with these feel-good hormones. When you're put up on that pedestal, you're literally bombed with love. All those chemicals and hormones and emotions in your brain are opening up, going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this is amazing. I can't believe this is incredible. I'm in love. And then the crash. That's why they feel like they're so addictive. That's why they feel like a drug. There's the highs of the love bombing and the lows of the discard. That drama. I mean, if you were to go watch a telenova or soap opera or your favorite Netflix show, imagine it without the drama. You wouldn't watch it. You wouldn't become addicted to it the same way that you do to your same favorite Netflix show. It's that simple. So you become addicted to the drama, the highs and the lows and the what's going to happen next. That feeling that you're on the edge of your seat is the same feeling that you're walking on eggshells. It's the same chemical addiction that happens in your brain. Same thing that happens in real life, except it's your life. It's not on Netflix. You can't hit pause. You can't unwatch it, any of those things. But you can take the learnings and the experiences from it. So bad relationships are a mesh. I share this analogy all the time. If you have a cat, it's kind of like cat. If you're a cat and a knitter or a crocheter, bad combination, because a cat's going to get into your bag and your ball of yarn and toss it up and tangle it up, and it's going to become a mesh. They become entangled and like stuck and knotted together. And what this does in these bad relationships, they become so enmeshed that you lack individuality. You become like a chameleon. You just become whatever they want to do. They say turn red and you're like, okay. They say, no, I'm feeling kind of blue today. And you're like, what shade of blue? This shade or that shade? You become a chameleon, and they're full of codependency, actually, on both parts. So if they lack individuality and independency, and they're filled with codependency, that is a bad relationship. A bad relationship often models the relationship that you had with your caregivers growing up. I often use the word parents, but it's not always parents. With your caregivers or your parental relationships, if you had an estranged or frustrating relationship with your parents, if your parent was an alcoholic, if your parent was an addict, if your parent was a narcissist, and you look at your relationships, oftentimes they struggle with the same addictions. They struggle with the same personality traits. They are an addict themselves, and they are the same highs and lows. So if you look back your childhood, you'll see your adulthood playing out the same way. Bad relationships often force you to shed your fear of boundaries. So many people are afraid to set boundaries. Well, if I say no, they're not going to like me. And that's a bad relationship they do. They force you to shed your fear of boundaries. You're so afraid of this. If I say no, they're not going to like me, or they're going to tell me I'm a bitch, or I'm too controlling. I've been told that before. Oh, you're a type A personality. I'm actually very, very far from it. But that's confidence in setting a boundary. Say whatever you want to say about me, because I don't have to change who I am now. But a bad relationship will make you feel like you have to change who you are. And they end, this is the cool part, they can end, and they do end. They end when you decide that you deserve better. They don't have to go on forever. They end when you decide that you deserve better, when you're not going to be treated that way anymore. They can end. Yes, if it's with a narcissist and not just like an annoying toxic person. There's the narcissistic rage and the triangulation and the smear campaign and all that stuff. But that ends when you stop playing the game. When you get off the court, that's when it ends. They can help you decide what you want in a relationship. You can take all the qualities and learnings, good and bad, the pros and cons from the bad relationship, and you can take the good and put it into what you expect in the next relationship, in a better, healthier relationship, once you have taken that time to work on yourself and break that trauma bond, break those past patterns, break the addiction to the highs and the lows. Hey, here's some fun news. Healthy relationships can seem kind of boring, but a good relationship, it can seem kind of dull and boring. But a bad relationship has highs and lows, and it's the drama and that excitement. But look at where that road ends. You really want to keep driving down that road? Or do you want a good relationship where you are valued and you are seen as an individual, not as an object? And you get to choose that. The bad relationship helps you decide how to have a better relationship with yourself. The person who is in any kind of relationship is you. You're the common denominator. So a bad relationship actually can be good when you take the teachings and the learnings from it and you do the inner work to change yourself, and you're really willing to go there and look there. Most people aren't. Most people just say, nope, it was that other person, and they stay in that victim role. This happened to me and I can't believe it happened to me, and they go on and on and on and on about that other person. Stop and take a look at yourself. That's where you can go from being in a series and string of bad relationships to good relationships. And I'm not just talking about personal, I'm talking about in the workplace, with your family, any dynamic where a relationship is present. So know that about bad relationships. There is some good and there's some bad in bad relationships. So I hope that this has helped you see that. And when you're ready to jump over that bridge, you got to get in the boat to get you there. And I truly, firmly believe in hypnosis as the boat to get you there, because that is where you can go within your inner mind and change those inner beliefs and see them for what they are. Leave the bad, take the good as you move forward to a much better relationship. First with yourself and then with others. So thank you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little bad relationship clip and that it has helped you. If you're ready to make that jump, take that leap, and want to connect, then just simply click on the link. It'll pull up my schedule and we can connect and talk more.